Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about the bitwise operators and the other operators which are being used in C#. Okay. So what are bitwise operators? The operators which are used in the left shift and right shift, those are said to be the bitwise operators. You can check out here. These are the bitwise operators. Within the bitwise operators, you can use either the relational operators or the logical operators which are there, which can be used with the bitwise operators, and even with the bitwise operators, you can use the not symbol and the negation symbol, whichever it is there, that is being used. In the example, you can check out here what is being given. Okay, the operator whichever you use, whichever operator which you are said to be using, it may be either the and symbol or the or symbol or the XOR symbol. So table, consider, remember it, when it is in the OR condition, only when like both as any one of them is said to be 1, the result would be 1. Okay, in the ampersand, nothing but the AND gate, you can say that when it is said to be considering 1, only when both the conditions are true, or when it is both are 1, it will be considering 1. And whereas in the XOR part, whatever it is, XOR part, when any one of the numbers is said to be 1, then only it will be 1, otherwise it will be 0. Okay, that condition is said to be your XOR. So remember in this condition, so that next slide when you learn about the bitwise operators, you will be important for it. So in the bitwise operators, which are the integer types which is being considered is the byte type, the S byte type, int, U int, long and U double are being considered. Okay, bitwise operators are applied bit by bit. Bitwise operators are said to be applied bit by bit. For example, here you are considering a number which is said to be of U sort. Okay, U short. So it is said to be having a number called as 3 and 5. A and B are represented by 3 and 5. In that you can see here 8 bits, it will be considering 16 bits. U short is 16 bits. So 16 bits are said to be represented here. In that 3 is represented in this way and 5 is represented in this way. Okay, when you do A or B, the result would be last it will be 1 1 1. When it is A and B, it will be at the end 1 1, because at the end only 1 1 is there, otherwise it will be 0. And whereas A XOR B, you can check out here, here two elements are said to be 1 and 0 and 0 and 1. Those are said to be 1, all others are said to be 0. And whereas negation of A, first you convert all these numbers, when you consider, you convert all these numbers into negation of A. Means what? All these will become 1 1 1 1 and last it will become 0 0. Okay. When that negation and B, it will be resulting in the answer which is said to be 1 0 0 at the end. And is what? When only 1 1 is there, it will be 1, otherwise it will be 0. Whereas left shift and right shift, you are using the bitwise operators, you can check out here. What happens here in the bitwise condition is, you can check out here, A is shifted to the left side by 1. Means what? By one step it will be shifted to the left side. Okay, in the element, in the example, you can check out here what has happened at the end. What has happened is, it was said to be in the A you have at the end 1 1, it has shifted to the left side by 1. So it becomes 0 1 1 0. Okay, same way when it is said to be right shift, this is your left shift and this is your right shift. So right shift, it will be shifted by right to the position 1. Okay, so what has happened here, you have a 5 here, 5 is nothing but 1 0 0 1. So it is said to be shifted to the right by one position. What will happen is, automatically this element, this 1 is there, it will go off and remaining 1 it will be shifted to the right side. You can check out here, the remaining 1 is being shifted to the right side here in the example. Okay, like this way you use the left shift, right shift operators, which are, those are nothing but your bitwise operators. Okay. And other parts which you will be learning in this session, it is nothing but your the other operators which are being considered in C sharp. Other operators, you can say in a string you have the like addition, or you can say your elements are said to be concatenated. So when it is said to be concatenated, it's nothing but addition. So in the example you can check out, like automatically your string element, it will be converted back whichever into the string format it will be converted. Okay, so here string first is equal to first. First is your number, then string second, second. That is said to be your element which is there. Okay, console write line, what does it do? First plus second. It will be considering what? It will be printing as first plus second. So answer would be what? It will be printing first, second. Like that it will be printing. Okay, then the string output, the number is being given here. The output string it will be taking, and int num equals 5. So what is happening? Your both strings are being concatenated here. How it is being concatenated, you can check out. Console write line output, here is the output, and whereas your number is said to be here. Both are said to be concatenated, which is nothing but added to it. So it will be what? The number is 5. Like that it will be printing the output. This is also a type of operator which is being used in C sharp. Okay. Other types of operators are there which are being considered in C sharp. You can check out here. The other operators are, you can see here, I want to access an object. You can see a dot operator is also belongs to the other operators. Wherever you can check here, multiple dots are there, which is said to be seeking and which is said to be calling that particular function or calling that particular method, whichever it is there. So dot is also a kind of other operators. Then when you are using the square brackets, or where it is also a kind of operator which is helpful for the arrays, you can say indexes which are also a part of C sharp. Then attributes when you want to include, then you are using the square brackets. So that is also an operator, whereas even your parentheses are also your operators which are being used for doing some tasks. And even the access cast operator, type operator is also a kind of operator which is being used in C sharp. So other operators when you consider, you can see your ternary operators are also the other operators. So ternary operators means what? When you use a question mark, when you use a question mark and a colon is nothing but your ternary operator. So the result you can check it out here. The result, what happens is, okay, the condition says what? When only B is said to be true, then X will take the value of B. Okay, if B is false, then it will be taking the value of Y. So ratio, the V value is being considered for X and Y. When it is true, it will be considering to that particular element which is there next to it, and whereas it is false, it will be considering the element at the other side. And as I said, your other operators, you have the new also concept which is said to be an also a operator which adds the elements. You can add the object and type of, okay, which type of data type you are said to be using, then you use the keyword type of. So type of is also an operator. Okay, all these types of operators are being considered which will be helpful for you to execute the programs in C sharp. Okay, and another type of operator is there called as it will be dealt in the next class. It is called as null collapsing. Okay, I will be teaching you in the next session what is null collapsing, and another one is there called as the implicit casting. That it will be dealt in the next session. Okay, thank you.